What's up, guys? Welcome back to Latin Chopsticks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, today we're going to be going to what is considered, according to what I've read and what I've been told by other people, the best Caribbean restaurant in all of Orlando. And there's a lot of really good Caribbean places here in Orlando. I've been to some of them, not all. But supposedly this one's considered one of the best ones based on flavor. Some people tell me they do serve oxtail there, for example, but it's a little expensive, but apparently the quality of the food's really good. So, enough said. We're gonna be heading out. I am starving. I'm meeting up with Danny, one of our buddies who's really good with like Asian foods and different restaurants as well. And we're gonna head out and just see how that place is. So let's go. Awesome, we are here. I'm really excited because this place looks really, really nice. It smells pretty good when you come in here, the seasoning and things like that. So I'm pretty excited. We ended up ordering an order of a jerk chicken special, as well as some Jamaican patties. I ended up getting beef and chicken, and we also ended up getting this, which I've never had before. It's called Sorrel juice, and apparently this is like something that's really special and very authentic Jamaican. I gotta read it because I didn't memorize it, but I believe it is basically sorrel puree and ginger extract with sugar. So I'm curious to try that out. We also ordered oxtail because that's one of the major, the most popular things here are oxtail and jerk chicken. And we also ordered a beef soup that my buddy's gonna have. And we went ahead and ordered a red pea soup. So that's a lot of food, but I'm pretty excited. We're gonna see how it is. And yeah, so once the food's out, let's go ahead and dig in and check it out. All right, guys, awesome. So the food's out, and this looks phenomenal. First thing I'm gonna show you is what Danny's gonna have. He already started eating the red pea soup. It looks really good, but the only thing is kind of hard right now to show you. But anyway, regardless, let's go ahead and check this out. So this here's the red pea soup. It kind of reminds me of red bean soup, like Hispanic style red bean soup. It has chunks of like potatoes and beef and stuff like that in there. Let's go ahead and bring that to you here. I wanna try this out. And I'll check that again in a second. This right here is the beef stew. Now this is the large combo, which is crazy. It brings 2 dough dumplings. They're not filled or anything like that. It's just dough. You have this delicious rice, this amazing and generous amount of beef stew, 2 plantains, and some pretty much like boiled cabbage. It looks really, really good. All right. Next thing we're gonna try is this one. We're just gonna go over each one and then we're gonna dig in. This is our jerk chicken. This is the lunch, this is the small combo. And then right here is one of the other most popular things is the oxtail, and it's a small. I did read online, like I mentioned before, that it was a little expensive for what you get, but in my opinion, I mean, this is huge. Like, this is a lot of food. This was really hefty and heavy to carry. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and show you this. So this right here is the red pea soup. Once again, this honestly reminds me of just red bean soup with beef chunks in it. I mean, this looks phenomenal. I haven't had it yet. All right, guys, so we're gonna have to be a little bit louder just because they ended up starting to play music, but enough talking. We're gonna go ahead and dig into this jerk chicken. So if you guys check this out, you have all this right here. We're gonna go ahead and get some jerk chicken. I love that char. I love jerk chicken. It has that beautiful smoke ring around it. You have this beautiful rice, individual grains not sticking together. And then you have, of course, like I said, this boiled cabbage. So first thing is I want to try, believe it or not, is I want to go ahead and just get a little bit of this boiled cabbage. And let's go ahead and dig in. All right, guys, let's see how this is. Flavor-wise is really good. I will say that it kind of feels like a lot of the cabbage here is part of the core because it's a little tough. But that second bite was a lot better. Let's go ahead and try this rice. The rice here has a beautiful color. It's basically rice and beans mixed together. I'm gonna go ahead and try that out. Guys, I'm excited here. So the rice is really interesting. Like I said, you can taste really the individual grains of rice. Not only that, but the bean kind of, it feels like when you bite down into it, it coats all the rice. But in the background, and I could be wrong, there's like a complex flavor of coconut on the back end of the rice, which is really interesting. Honestly, the only time I ever had that is when I was little. So it was kind of unexpected on the first bite, but now that I had a second bite, and the third, it almost tastes like there's coconut milk or something like that mixed into it, but it's really, really good. It like really elevates the flavor and kind of adds complexity to the rice. All right, guys, so this right here, oh, look at that. I know I showed it before, but this is so good. We're gonna get a little bit of that chicken. I might actually end up having a, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go Hispanic and just grab this with my hands. This looks really delicious. Like I said, the smoke ring, the char on the outside, the color of that skin, super golden. Oh, let's go ahead and try this out. All right, I'm pretty excited, guys. I haven't had jerk chicken in years. Oh my God. The thing about jerk chicken is it has this amazing smoky flavor. It has this very nice, subtle, like spice in the background. Not only that, it has this amazing char flavor as well. It all comes together. It makes it a very unique bite of chicken. The only thing I would recommend to be careful, like I just did, is the bones. There's a lot of bones because it's literally the whole chicken that's like cut up and made. It's not chicken tenders or anything like that. It's like actual chicken. Believe it or not, the chicken itself is making the rice even better because you have that very slight spice from the chicken, but because of that coconut on the rice, it's gonna help settle down and balance the spiciness with that coconut flavor. It's really good. Not only that, you head ahead and you grab a little bit of this plantain.
Oreo frozen treats.
Nice and fried, but really sweet. Wow, this is really, really good. All right, the next thing we're gonna try is this dumpling. I don't think I've had a dough dumpling ever in my life, but yeah, let's go ahead and try it out. It's a little bit of char and color on some of the sides. See how this is.
Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B or C.
All right, it is literally completely made out of dough. In all honesty, I like it. It really does taste like the outside of an Asian dumpling with no filling. I know that seems silly because that's exactly what it is, but it really complements the dish in my opinion because it's almost like you're replacing like a dry piece of bread with a nice and chewy little texture. So it kind of elevates it because of the texture of the different items that you're eating. All right, guys, so I'm gonna refreshen myself. I've never had this Sorrel drink, so let's go ahead and try this out. They did give me a straw, but I'm gonna go ahead and just let me show you guys one more time. All right, bottoms up. Oh wow, that's really unique. That's really refreshing, but it's also really spicy. Not because it's spicy, but because there's a lot of ginger in here. So that burn from the ginger, you can really feel it. But it's like, it's strange because it's refreshing at the same time. It almost tastes like you're having wine without any alcohol and a little bit of spice. That's really interesting. Wow, that's really good. You guys need to try this when you come here, definitely. All right, guys, now that we tried the jerk chicken, honestly, like I said, it was really, really good. The skin, it's nice and charred. The inside has that little smoke ring, like I mentioned. It's just really good flavor. A lot of seasoning, which is what I like in food. And then, of course, you have that spice that's in the background. You mix it with that delicious coconut rice, and it's just delicious. But now, one of my favorite meats is oxtail. I rarely ever have it. I think the last time we had it on this channel was on the Filipino restaurant. Now we get to have it again, but this time it's not in a soup, but it's actual oxtail. Let's check this out. So you have here very similar, because this is all their lunches, of course, their specials, but you have the dumpling as well. You also have the cabbage, the rice, the plantain. Now keep in mind, once again, look at the size of this thing and look how much meat they give you, and this is a small. Now oxtail is pretty expensive. I think this plate was maybe around 16 bucks. But oxtail in general is pretty expensive. But that just looks absolutely delicious. The outside, once again, is nice and charred. You can tell it's juicy. Look how soft it is. I'm just barely kind of pushing the fork through and it's falling apart. All right, we're gonna go ahead and try this out. Let's go here. Oh my God, that's nice and soft and tender. It has a lot of fat in it, so it coats your tongue with every bite. There's a little bit of cartilage in the middle because of the bone. No, this is delicious. And if you want to look at the amount of juice that these things are kind of putting out. That's insane. It kind of looks like a little bit of, it looks like fat mixed with juice, but wow, that is just delicious flavor. Once I eat a little bit more of this, I can grab some of that and like put it on the rice itself. and it's just gonna be one amazing bite. Actually, I could probably do that right now. Look at this rice that's being coated by that fat. Oh my God, I'm gonna have that. That coconut flavor, but the oxtail is like really apparent on this bite because it's covered, like the juices are covering that part of the rice. Oh boy, that's really good. Keep in mind, guys, they have like 10 different items as well. You know, beef stew is one of them that I showed you. Jerk chicken, they have jerk pork. It's just 2 of us today, so I couldn't order like 10 different dishes, but definitely really, really good. It's a really good place to visit. It's very unique because when you go inside, it kind of looks like a grocery store on the outside. As soon as you walk in, you have a bakery on the left. You have the place that you order your food straight ahead. To the right, you have like a place that kind of looks like a bar. And then the front right has like a store. It's really interesting. I'm trying to see if I can record it before we head out. So one thing I completely forgot that we had that Danny just reminded me is we have a beef patty and a chicken patty. So we're gonna have that. But I wanna try the soup, the pea soup, just to see how it is. I'm gonna try a little bit, just kind of go from there. So let's go ahead and dig into this. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and just, I love the fact of the seasonings that you can kind of see coming through. You have the red beans. You have like, it looks like green onions. It could be parsley or something else. I didn't get a good look. But you have this big chunky beef pieces with fat. Oh, all right, let's go ahead and try this out. We're gonna have some of that here before I drop it again. Oh my God. The meat that came out of this is the softest, most tender meat. I didn't even have to bite it. I pressed it against the roof of my mouth with my tongue. I know that sounds a little...
Oh, that's nasty.
Detailed, but it completely just melted in my mouth, and oh my God, that was delicious. I'm gonna try the broth real quick. It's so hard to get broth without getting beef. That's how much they stuff it. But here we go. Flavors, as Danny was telling me prior, are just on point because you get that bean flavor. They said red pea.
Oh, that's nasty.
But it kind of looks like red beans, but you get that red bean flavor. You get a little tiny bit of spice. You got that beefy flavor from that delicious beef that's just marinating. The emulsification of the beef in the broth, you taste it. The broth is thickening up because of that beef and the fat. But not only that, you have like that pepper taste, and oh man, it's really good, guys. If you come here, make sure if they have this available, get a small one because it's really good. I think it's funny that they serve it in like a cup, like basically these are the cups that they sell juice in like other bakeries and other places that I go to. But that's really interesting. But enough talking because I'm gonna get full. Let's go ahead and dig into this chicken patty first, and then we're gonna go dig into the super famous Jamaican beef patty. So let's check this out. Wow, first look at the size of this thing. This thing is huge.
That's what she said.
Not only that, this is, and I made sure I asked, this is made in-house because this is, like I said, it is a restaurant, but it's also a bakery. So all their breads and things like that are made fresh. This is the chicken one. We're gonna go ahead and take a bite and then let's look inside. All right, guys, I mean, I love how flaky this is. It's all breaking apart when you pick it up. Let's go ahead and try this out. Guys, check this out. I don't know about you guys, but I normally have this like from the frozen, and even the frozen ones are delicious. But look at the juice inside there. Like if you squeeze it just ever so slightly. I mean, even the bag was covered in it. But this is, look how flaky it is. It's literally just like falling apart. You have that delicious, like, it's almost like a beef paste, but oh my gosh, it has that amazing flavor that you're used to from the beef patties. But the major difference, in my opinion, is that flaky dough outside. You can almost feel the different layers when you're biting into it. All right, guys, there's one more. Let's check this one out. All right, so this one here is the beef one. Now, supposedly, it should have been the beef one, but it might be the chicken. It's nice and like round and fat. So I do find that interesting. It's a little less flaky looking than the other one. So it makes me think this might be the chicken, but let's go ahead and try this out. All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't tell the difference between both of them. I do know the other one is a lot more flaky than this one, but they're both just as delicious. All right, guys, excellent. So this is the rum cake. It's nice and wrapped in plastic. I'm gonna try my best to unwrap this, and then we're gonna go ahead and dig into it and see how it is. Thank you so much. And then see, oh, wow, this looks really good. It honestly looks like a brownie more than a cake. And it's probably because it's smothered in rum. Yeah, this looks 100% like a brownie. Let's check this out.
There's no chocolate in it, by the way.
What happened?
There's no chocolate.
Oh, there's no chocolate?
It's not chocolate.
What is it? So, funny thing. There's no chocolate in this, even though it looks like a chocolate brownie. Apparently it's just fruits and a lot of rum. So let's check this out. All right, and I don't know how that doesn't have any chocolate in it, but let's go ahead and just try this out. Wow, that is dense. That is one of the most dense pieces of cake I've ever had. Oh my God. If this isn't chocolate, it has to be like dates or something. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try this out and see how it is. I'm sorry, this looks like fudge, but let's go. But it's way too big. I didn't notice how big of a piece because I was on camera. Let me go ahead and just cut a smaller piece. Okay, so it is falling apart really easily. Yeah, Danny's absolutely right. That is not chocolate at all. I think that is date, though. I really do think it's date.
Mix the fruit. I forget what kind of.
Just take a look at this, though. I mean, this is crazy. It really looks like it's a straight-up brownie. I can't really... It's delicious, in all honesty. I taste the rum ever so slightly, and then just the background is just really sweet and fruity. In all honesty, it's cleaning my palate from like all the spiciness and the jerk chicken and the coconut and all that. Guys, I can't say it enough. If you like Jamaican food, if you like Caribbean food, I'm sorry if I butchered that throughout the video, but 100% I would recommend this place. Definitely check it out if it's something that it's in your interest. You like Caribbean food, you like Jamaican food. 100% I would recommend checking this place out. Service is great. The people so far that were here were super nice. They actually came and offered us napkins. They were just a couple on another table. They're like, hey, we saw that you guys didn't have napkins. Would you guys like these? They gave us some of this delicious hot sauce for us to try because our table didn't have anything. The table we chose was pretty much bare. But like I said, service phenomenal. The drink, all the food, so full of flavor. 100% I'd recommend it. But with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to try everything. We got to try a little bit of everything, and we didn't even have a Jamaican video or a Caribbean video at all in the entire history of the channel, so I'm kind of glad that we were able to do this. With that said, as always, thank you so much. I can never say it enough. I will see you guys next Sunday, and until then, let's just keep on eating.